Shit, bitch. What do you put in this? It's so cool saying this.
It would be just unfortunate if he couldn't dance because he couldn't hear the music.
And you talking about, oh, it would be a shame they can't dance. How you know what's gonna make them dance and what not gonna make them dance? You think they can't feel vibrations?
Warning, this channel may include strong language, smoking, and mature conversations. Content is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Today, me and my boyfriend are getting crossfaded as fuck while my boyfriend Cameron reads this week's top Am I the Asshole stories while I do my makeup. We gonna get into this bitch. I got my dailies. My boyfriend said it tasted really nasty. I think it tastes really good. This right here, get you some of these. This was $2.50. It's good. Yup, we went on an Ulta run. We got everything. How do I do a spread? How do I do it? Got that shit on me. Let me show you guys the difference between the old and the new. If you guys just see the fucking absolute disgusting... That's bad. My water mist that I had in the last video, I don't need that. I got this bad boy. Yup, this is the real MVP. Hello? I just said this. She's the MVP, and this shit ain't working. She is full to the motherfucking garbage. Roll me a fatty. Okay. You did it? You fixed it?
Sure.
Shout out to Boo. Say hi.
How you doing? As if I'm talking to one person.
You're gonna be in it. You were like this. So they're gonna see you. You just a voice.
Okay, I like that. I'm ominous.
Yep. We about to get into the motherfucking story.
Long time lurker, first time poster. Real names because I have nothing to fucking hide.
Okay, alright.
I, 35 female, just got married to my husband, Mark, 38 male, a couple weeks ago. Mark went to grad school with Liam, 38 male. During this time, Liam got married to Max, 40 male. Max is deaf, but Liam communicates with sign language as Max can't speak. Mark and Liam were close in grad school, but grew apart after graduating, which Mark attributed to Liam and Max having a child and Liam being flaky. I met Mark, the love of my life, 3 years ago, but never once met Liam because Liam never made an attempt to meet me. When we were planning our wedding, Mark demanded Liam and Max be invited. This was late into our planning process and many invitations had already been sent out, so we agreed to only include Liam. Now, before you accuse me of being homophobic, I had gay friends in college. This had nothing to do with Liam and Max being gay. However, because Max can't hear me, he would need extra accommodations. For example, an interpreter during all points of the wedding and reception. Plus, how are other guests supposed to talk with him? No one else knows sign, so I am sure it would be weird for everyone involved. I don't know how much an interpreter will cost, but
what?
It cuts to decorations and even delayed our honeymoon so my wedding could be perfect. Because of this, we didn't allow Liam to bring any guests. Liam RSVP and months go by without him questioning anything about this, so I assumed he understood why. During the wedding, my maid of honor pulled me aside to tell me that Liam was asking guests if they were allowed to bring guests and questioned why they thought his invitation didn't include a +1. I saw Liam recently at my girlfriend's birthday party and he confronted me about why Max wasn't invited. He accused me of being homophobic. I explained that it wasn't because they were gays, but because Max required significant accommodations that we wouldn't be able to provide. How would he know when to stand or where to go? Also, it would be just unfortunate if he couldn't dance because he couldn't hear the music. Liam got angry and accused me of being insensitive and walked away. He wouldn't look at me the rest of the night and honestly, I didn't care. I don't know him from Adam. I don't have someone accusing me of being insensitive or trying to take away my perfect wedding. Mark called Liam and confronted him about how inappropriate it was. Mark had my back and then reinforced that we couldn't make any special accommodations for everything and everyone, but Liam refused to hear it. Mark told me that I am not wrong, but I could have worded my concerns better. My maid of honor, on the other hand, said I was correct in what I did and showed compassion by being honest rather than beating around the bush, and that Liam and Max needed to stop thinking the world caters to them. Am I the asshole?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if anybody ever asked for any of that bullshit. I just think they wanted the invitation and they wanted a normal invitation like everybody else. I don't think they expected all the shebang and the shaboom and the shebang and the shaboom. They're not expecting that.
Funny enough,
They just want to be
I agree.
included. Why would you not let them get a +1, ho? Now you just being a bitch. You talking about, oh, it would be a shame they can't dance. How you know what gonna make them dance and what not gonna make them dance? You think they can't feel vibrations?
And it's
What's
funny
going
as if
on?
this person can never go to a wedding if they don't have special accommodations. Like, that's what they believe. It also said that Max can't hear, but Liam, his husband, does sign language. He knows sign language. He can interpret the whole time.
Bro, and then
All
they
they
want to
wanted
not
was
give him a
one
plus
extra
one
seat.
when he has a husband. You
One
know he
extra
has a
seat.
partner that's guaranteed a plus one. Why would you not give him a plus one? They're friends of this guy. You know that he has a husband. That's why he said, why you not a plus one, didn't he? Ain't that what happened?
Yeah.
Well, she's being weird because you're supposed to know all the guests and stuff like that. Nobody asked for all that, hoe. You being extra. In my humble opinion, she a bitch.
Reddit seemed to agree. People labeled her the asshole, and this was only posted 2 days ago.
Alright, yeah, no. Most deaf.
A lot of people claim she was a ableist.
Right, yeah, all of that in a third.
Mother's Day just passed, so I picked one that had to do with Mother's Day a little bit. It's, am I the asshole for not wanting to babysit during Mother's Day weekend? How we feeling about that? Initial thoughts?
Very situational, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it. My husband, 33 male, and I, 28 female, have an 8-year-old son together. Through him, we became friends with another family who has 2 daughters, ages 8 and 5. We've all been friends for about 3 years now. And during that time, we regularly babysat each other's kids. Whenever someone wanted a date night or just needed a break, it's been a normal thing for all of us. A few days ago, the husband texted my husband asking if we could watch their girl Saturday evening because he wanted to surprise his wife with concert tickets for Mother's Day weekend. He said the concert would run late and they might not get back until around 2 to 3 a.m. My husband initially told him probably and said he'd check with me first. He then called me and casually asked what we were doing Saturday. I said nothing, and apparently he took that as a green light to immediately tell our friend yes. Then he called me back and explained the full situation. After hearing everything, I said, watching additional children during Mother's Day is not exactly how I pictured spending my time. My husband immediately got annoyed and said, it's not like you had anything planned. Besides, you were going to be around kids anyway. He said this because we were already taking our son to a birthday party earlier that day. He then doubled down and said Mother's Day is technically Sunday anyways, so it shouldn't matter that much in that it's just a day. That really hurt me because I do basically everything in our house. Cooking, cleaning, most of the parenting for our son and our dog while working full time. Mother's Day is literally one day where I hope for even a little appreciation. I don't usually get that for Christmas or even my birthday, and I've never made a huge deal about that, but this really pushed me over the edge. What makes it worse is that whenever we babysit, it mostly falls on me. I'm the one entertaining the kids, making food, solving arguments, organizing games, etc. Meanwhile, my husband usually disappears into the media room, shuts the door, and plays video games because he doesn't know how to help. Also, my son has ADHD and their older daughter has ADHD, and the last time we watched them, they were bouncing off the walls until after 1 a.m.
Oh, hell no.
I had a headache the entire next day. My son finally went to bed around 1 while their daughter was literally doing somersaults on our couch. So I told my husband...
This bitch doing backflips. She said, watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh!
So I told my husband I didn't want to babysit, especially not that late into the night. He responded by saying he'd already told our friend yes and that the concert tickets have already been purchased. At that point, I told him fine, but when the girls get dropped off, I'll be leaving. I said I'd go see a movie and find other things to do because he agreed to babysit without actually discussing it with me first. Then he could handle all the kids to himself. He called me childish, unreasonable, and said I was throwing a tantrum, and told me that I needed to help him watch the kids. I stood my ground, bought myself a ticket to the new Mortal Kombat movie, and now we're barely speaking. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to babysit kids the night before Mother's Day?
No. That's pretty cut, simple, and dry. I feel like she stood up for herself and she gonna do what the fuck she wanna do. She said, I'm gonna go see a movie and I ain't gonna be here. How are you gonna set up your wife? You're gonna set up your wife to babysit on Mother's Day and tell her she ain't doing nothing anyways, while her friend is being taken out for Mother's Day and you're watching her kids and your husband ain't shit. You ain't wrong for not watching them kids and leave them. I hope it's an update. I hope she left. What was the update?
I also think that everyone was the asshole.
Really?
I do.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, by the way, I think everyone agreed with you. She went out her way to make plans for that night I thought was kind of assholey.
Bro, no.
I know she didn't feel like it, but sometimes you just gotta do things you don't feel like, respectfully. And it wasn't technically Mother's Day, the day before Mother's Day. They still
But you
could
ain't
have
gonna
done something
sign
for
me up.
Mother's Day.
Hold on. You ain't gonna sign me up to babysit some little baby motherfucking kids.
To a degree, I feel like it should be 50-50 to work is split. Both doing this. I don't know. We didn't have anything planned. Kids are coming over. Let's just watch the kids. I do think the husband is an asshole for not really telling her the full situation. Not helping as much when the kids are over. But I think she's also an asshole for just randomly making plans because she knows kids are coming over. That's a little bit childish. Here's the update. Before I update on how Mother's Day actually went, I want to clarify something as I keep seeing it come up. Yes, both kids have medically diagnosed ADHD. My son takes stimulant for it and everything. It's not a diagnosis I'm just throwing around because they are a little hyper. Now, as for Mother's Day, Saturday night I went to see the movie. It was much better than the first MK movie reboot. This is an ad. I did go back home, not for my husband, but for my son. I got in around 11:30 and the kids were still loudly playing in my son's room, and my husband was sitting quietly on the couch in the living room looking shell-shocked. He hugged me and said the kids had been on 100 since they got to the house and asked if I would help out now. I asked him what his plan for the night was and what he needed help with was. He couldn't answer. I told him that I wanted him to feel both the physical and mental load of taking care of children. So no, I will not be helping him when he can't even tell me what he needed help with and he doesn't have a plan and would instead be taking a warm bath. This clearly visibly frustrated him as he walked away without saying anything. After my bath at around 12:30 to 1 a.m., my son came to me to tell me that he was tired but he couldn't fall asleep. But he couldn't get comfortable in his bed because his youngest girl had fallen asleep. I went to bed and our friends came to pick their kids up at 3 a.m. Sunday morning, he woke up and said he was going to the gas station. He returned with my son and they gave me flowers, a card, and a gift card to Barnes & Nobles and a restaurant I like. We stayed in the house pretty much all of the day and he claimed that he had other things planned but the weather ruined it. It was raining pretty hard outside with high winds, so I would never know if he was actually telling the truth. Later that night, he took me to Cheesecake Factory and apologized. So he also cleaned our bathroom and helped my son clean his bathroom, which I acknowledged and told him was a step in the right direction, but insisted that we still get therapy and warned him that if he regressed back, we'd be looking into lawyers instead of therapy. While I'm not going to lie, Mother's Day did feel rushed, I was still grateful that it at least appears his night with the kids made him realize something.
Make me feel stressed out just hearing that story. It's a lot to unpack. I don't think she really fucking with her husband. He's on the last straw. Something happened between them. We don't know nothing about that. This ain't about the kids tonight. It's not about the kids. I know it ain't about the kids. So we gotta get it together or don't. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Like, it seemed like he trying. I don't know what you mean by you will never know if that was really true or not, that the plans fell out or not. Why are you thinking the worst of what your man did? I mean, what did he do? Did he lie before? Last minute made plans? Really half-assed? Did you do that before? Seems like this was the result of more than just that miscommunication. Him not asking consent. Seems like they're not happy together. That's just from the outside looking in. But I feel like that deserves a toke because that shit got me stressed. My biggest pet peeve when I smoke is when it boats. That shit is the fucking worst. I have a brief intermission. Motherfucking unboxing. We got this blind box. This little Pet Shop blind box. I'm gonna open it today. Okay, let me see which one I want. I want this green thing or I want like the white cat. So we're gonna open it. Which one is it gonna be? Drum roll. You guys see it first. Oops, something fell. What was that? Oh guys, I think I lost something. I think I lost it. What happened? Something fell. You guys see first. You guys see first. Oh, I think it's the one I wanted. It's the one I wanted. Yes! Shit, this is the one I wanted. Oh, thank you. It smells like wine. That just killed my fucking mood. She's strong.
Yeah, you need fruit punch.
Bitch, that shit ain't gonna go away with fruit punch. That shit gonna be acetone and fruit punch. That's what that's gonna taste like. Acetone and fruit punch.
Pomegranate lemonade?
It's gonna overpower it like fucking peanut butter. That's what this gonna do. Overpower it like peanut butter. Oh God, I don't think I want that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I want it. My boyfriend is notorious for making me the most interesting drinks ever. So I'm really scared to drink this right now. It's not bad. What do you put in this? It's so poutine in this.
Can I take a second? Respectfully.
He put his whole poutine.
Am I the asshole for telling a little girl that her parents should be disappointed in her? Earlier today, I was doing some grocery shopping. I was just finishing up, heading to the checkout to pay for my items. A little girl, probably 11 or 12, and a friend that looked the same age, came up to me and asked if I would be willing to make a purchase for them. It immediately raised red flags, so I asked what type of purchase. She tried to beat around the bush for a couple of seconds, saying that it's not actually for me, it's for my friend, but I promised her I would get it for her. I told her I would not be making any purchase for her that she cannot make for herself because I had a feeling it was for alcohol. She got a little irritated with me and asked why. I told her that if she could go ask her mom and her mom would say no, that it was not my place to say yes. I made a comment about how she needed to be a bit more mindful with coming up to people that she doesn't know in this manner and that it could be dangerous. She got incredibly angry and started cussing me out. She called me a fat cow and a dried up old. I am 24, so whatever. But I went to walk away, and as soon as I turned around, I heard her say, and she's probably a dick too. I about lost it. I turned around, stood right in front of her, leaned down so I was on her level and said, "Little girl, you need to go home to your parent right now and tell them that they should be disappointed in your behavior. That is not how you speak to people." She started laughing and her friend walked away. I feel like I'm the asshole in my response to her. I feel like I should have just ignored her and walked away. In my mind, if I don't at least attempt to shut up that behavior when I see it, I am not doing my due diligence to society. Some people's children are never told no. They feel comfortable saying whatever they want. I don't know why a 12-year-old has me shaken up. Is this really what kids are like right now? I don't have any yet, but that scares me. What is making them like this? Am I the asshole?
Let's just say that she was gonna get alcohol. You are not wrong for what you said because it was very disrespectful in how she was talking. But I also don't think that that little girl is phased. I don't think she really cares. I'm gonna be honest. This one, I just don't think anybody really cares. I don't think she was really affected by what you said.
I'm not on the age of stooping down to the level of kids in that manner. I get it, but if you really let a kid get under your skin like
Wait,
that,
how old was she? What did the worker do?
She wasn't a worker, she was a shopper.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh.
I don't know, and she was like,
I don't feel like she wrong for saying something. Do I feel like she ate? Do I feel like she really said anything that was stinger? No.
That's what I'm
honest.
saying. And so for me, it just felt like the kid.
You might as well have said nothing.
Yeah, to me, the kid, that just gave that word power to that kid. Because they know that whoever fits that description, you know, whatever it is, whoever fits that description to them, they can say this word and get that reaction out of them whenever they want to. Because that's what they wanted out of you.
That's true.
That's what I mean by stooping down to their level. If you're going to do anything, like either make it something that the kid will remember, make them know that you're an adult and they're the kid, or literally just let it not get under your skin. Because the way you responded, to let them win over you.
Yeah, because she laughed at you.
She laughed at you.
Like, I don't know why you're posting on Reddit talking about, was I the asshole? Like, no.
And
I don't feel like you really did anything, though.
Here's the thing. When she called you a fat cow and a dried up old, you didn't say anything, so she kept going. When she said that, you finally responded, and that's when she laughed, because that's when she finally got that response she wanted out of you. That's when you let her know, like, that's your word, that's your go time. So for me, I just think, like, that was a terrible response from her. And as an adult, you gotta learn to handle your emotions a little bit better than talking to an 11-year-old kid.
I don't know. I feel like she should have said something more of substance. I don't feel like she said anything that was really, per se, asshole. I mean, she didn't really say much of anything.
Yeah, she didn't.
Like, she could have, I don't know. She ain't the asshole, but.
She ain't the asshole, but fuck it, we'll take a sip for it, though. Am I the asshole for not wanting to take in my sister's 4 kids while she's in the hospital? I, 29 male, have 2-bedroom apartment. My wife and I have 2 kids, 5 and 7, who already share a bedroom. My sister and I are the only relatives that live close to each other. Our parents live about an hour and a half away. My sister is currently pregnant with her 5th child and asked me about taking her kids when she goes to deliver, and then for the next day as well. Her kids are 12, 10, 8, and 2. I told her I really didn't think that would work out space-wise, and I work weekdays, so it would be a lot on my wife. He told me to take the days off or just let them squish together and that it'd be fine. I told her no, I really didn't see how it would work out. She was upset and she said she was stressed out because she needed a really reliable car. I asked her what about her sitter, because she does have a sitter, and she said she really didn't want to have to pay for it. She wanted a date with her husband and her baby. I told her I was sorry, but no. She argued with me for a little bit, which was more of her trying to persuade me. When she saw she couldn't, she got mad and said I was her only option. Family helps family. It's been 2 days and she hasn't reached out, and we typically talk daily. Am I the asshole? And to add, we cannot go to her house because the second day I was referring to is she wants time alone at home with her husband and the baby.
I'm fried as fuck, guys. I'm fucked up. No, he is not the asshole. He is not the asshole. If you don't have space for that many kids, you don't have space for that many kids. That's
Even
just
if you're
is
the
what
only
it is.
family member around, you wouldn't do it?
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like he should do it. But if he's saying he don't have the space, he don't have the space. I don't know what to say. Maybe he really don't have the space. What, you gonna force him? He got a lot of people in there. He already 4 people. Plus 4. That's 8. 8 people. 8 mouths. That's a lot. That's a lot different than just 4 people. I mean, he said he can't do it, he can't do it. I feel like people, they have the right to say no.
I would say yes. If I was in this position, I mean, I've grown up where people slept on floors, people slept on couches. Make it work where you gotta make it work. If it's only for 2 nights, I'd say why not? You know, you're all cousins. Why not take them in for a night or 2? I've had plenty of sleepovers with my cousins. 2 nights, I don't think it could hurt.
It depends how grown those kids are. It
12,
depends on a lot of things.
It says 12, 10, 8, and 2. 8 and 2 maybe, but 12 and 10, I mean, y'all could sleep on the couch. It could work for 2 nights. It is a lot, though. It is a lot, and it's not your responsibility, but I feel like if you talk to your sister daily and she really just wants 2 days off after having a kid, like, that's a lot of work. And the day after having a kid is also a lot of work. And having a 2-year-old on top of that is also a lot of work. Give your sister 2 days. Why not?
Yeah. No, that's true. I would say yeah,
That's
but also like people are entitled to
are
say they
entitled
don't
to that.
have the space.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can make it work for a little bit. I mean, that was the last one?
That was the last one.
Damn, I thought it was gonna be like some twists and turns and shit.
It's not. I'm sorry. That's the best ones of the week. I picked those because they're able to make some different perspectives out of them at least. For a lot of people, they said not the asshole. But for me, I thought like, damn, you can't suck it up for 2 days. Like, I know you're not the asshole, but like, everyone's the asshole a little bit. A little bit.
They're very much entitled to say no. Although that does feel pretty fucked up. It does. I mean, a lot of kids, but damn, you can't say, I don't have space for all 4, but I got space for 2. I don't know where the 2 go. They're gonna go with a babysitter, maybe cut the cost. I don't know. I don't know. They go to friend. I don't know if that's up to us to judge.
I feel like it's just ways we could work around this. Like, it's ways we could try instead of just being like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, and then how in advance is she asking too? Like, that matters. Like, is it really in advance or is it last minute? Because then if it's last minute, that's understandable if you can't really make the accommodation to take care of the children. But if it's in advance, then I always make the mistake of getting too fried and then I become non-verbal and I just stop talking. But you know what? The point of this video is so that I got crossfaded to the point where I'm just... For being crossfaded, how did I do, guys? Too long didn't read. Get over yourself. I'm fried as fuck. I gotta end this video here. I'm gonna finish the rest off camera. No, I did it. Video over. Stay tuned for Stay tuned for my next video. Oh my god. If you guys fucked with this video, go ahead and hit me. Wait. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm fried, so I'm out. Peace.
Boo, you whore.